Project title Coordinate Infrastructure Constructor in Airport, upgrade and develop new KXP Airport based on the latest development in order to accommodate and improve the quality of services offered to airlines and passengers. Because of the current situation, what kind of planning should we do as a potential planner to ensure KXP Airport survive and develop in the future, such as building future cargo and terminal planning and determine what types of the services and infrastructure KXP Airport should provide in the future. As a planner, we are more concerned about the new strategy for KXP Airport.
For passenger and cargo forecasting 2022 until 2027, in 2019 until 2020, the number of passengers reduced greatly due to airline service need to be stopped, avoid the spread of virus COVID-19. In 2020 onwards, the number of passengers will be slightly increased due to vaccination as the solution. And lastly, 2025 until 2027, the number of passengers will be greatly increased as the pandemic will become endemic. There will be a huge increase in cargo export and import through airport.
We present about cargo development and terminal development. For cargo development, enabling cargo potential, trade tariff and other impediments may have limited cargo potentials. Worldwide additions of ad hoc capacity and availability of nighttime operation are some of the critical regulatory hurdles that cargo operator may face. Next is developing cargo capabilities. Connectivity is one of the most important factors for a cargo operator within the end-to-end supply chain in developing their cargo business. Airports should strive to provide a wide network covering cargo markets of interest and a range of operator and routes. Next is leading the cargo communities. It is important to recognize that is a prominent factor in reach their cargo potential. As such, airport can monitor the efficiency of their cargo operations and ensure availability of a quality service for its airline. Next is terminal development. First is terminal building facilities. Concession planning, which aim to provide interesting and pleasing offering to passenger. Next is security planning to respond both to specific threat and vulnerability. Next is landside terminal facilities. Requires considerable care because the efficiency or lack thereof can greatly influence the air traveler perception of the overall efficiency and user-friendliness of the terminals.
Site development and surface access management. KXP Export must ensure that airport planning and infrastructure development in the community includes safe, functioning, capacity balance and user-friendly airports. Next, development plans result in economical adaptable facilities that satisfy today and future airlines operation and customer experience needs. On standby for any situation that may happen in development of a site, including the situation right now, the COVID-19 pandemic situation. The main objective of development is to increase the supply of effective public transport service for urban and rural areas, as well as to accelerate the integration of transport infrastructure in urban and rural areas.
Airport revenue management and entrepreneurship or commercial. However, regardless of how far technology has progressed, the price optimization managements are the ones that have the most influence over the outcome. Aeronautical revenue, which includes airline airport space, rentals, airlines landing fees and usage fees for terminals, gate, services, passenger counts, account for the majority of airport revenue. Airport can increase auxiliary revenue by using the following 5 degrees of business innovation. A. Segmentation of passive consumer. B. Consumer push based on consumer segmentation. C. Individualized consumer integration. D. Passenger flow management. And E. Operation flow management.
urban and rural logistics and transport management, New KXP Airport will need to consider the cargo operation airline and sea interface in a much broader regional service context, which will encompass both urban and rural location. Construction of new runway in urban and rural area with a more intersection and parallel taxiway, cargo terminal and passenger terminal tools are accessible by connecting with logistical and transportation activity. Airport community development, integrating environmental management plan and processes with the land use planning in community airport development. For example, decision on runway alignment and KXP Airport construction should take into account the possible environmental implication to the extent that safety and operational consideration to avoid or reduce environmental conflict in the community area.